As the weeks turned into months, the consequences of my actions began to unravel the very fabric of our family. I had thought that exposing Julia would bring me a sense of justice, but instead, it felt like I had set off a chain reaction that was tearing us apart. Alex, caught in the crossfire of our conflict, bore the brunt of our turmoil. I could see the confusion in his eyes, the way he hesitated to express his feelings, fearing it would only add fuel to the fire. One evening, as I sat on the couch, I overheard him talking softly to a friend on the phone. He was trying to explain why things had changed so drastically at home. My heart sank as I realized that he shouldn't have to bear that burden. I had wanted to protect him, yet my choices had only pushed him further away. The laughter that once filled our home was replaced by an uncomfortable silence, and I knew I had to take responsibility for my role in this mess. It became painfully clear that my quest for revenge had only deepened the scars of betrayal. I started to reflect on the moments we had shared as a family, the laughter, the joy, the love. I missed those times, and I yearned to find a way back to that connection. It was time to confront the reality of what I had done and the impact it had on those I loved most. In a moment of clarity, I realized that healing could not come from vengeance. It had to come from forgiveness. I had been so consumed by my anger that I had lost sight of what truly mattered: my family. I began to understand that holding on to my resentment was only prolonging our suffering. If I wanted to move forward, I needed to let go of the past and embrace the possibility of rebuilding our lives together. I took a deep breath and decided it was time to reach out to Julia. Initiating that conversation was daunting, but I knew it was necessary. I found her sitting in the kitchen, staring blankly at her cup of coffee. "Can we talk?" I asked, my voice shaky but resolute. She looked up, surprise etched on her face, but nodded. As we sat across from each other, the weight of our shared pain hung heavily in the air. I spoke first, sharing my feelings of regret and the realization that revenge had only hurt us further. I apologized for my actions and the turmoil they had caused. To my surprise, Julia responded with vulnerability, expressing her own remorse for the choices that had led us here. It was difficult, but in that moment, we both understood that we had a long road ahead of us. Together, we began the slow process of rebuilding trust. It wasn't easy. Every conversation felt like stepping onto shaky ground. We had to confront our past, acknowledge the pain, and work through the emotions that had bubbled to the surface. I learned that forgiveness is not a one-time act, but a continuous journey that requires patience and understanding. We started small, committing to open and honest communication. I made it a point to check in with Julia regularly, asking how she felt and sharing my own thoughts. We began to create new memories, taking family outings, and spending more time together as a unit. I noticed how Alex began to relax, his laughter slowly returning as he witnessed us working together. It was during these moments that I realized the importance of hope. While the past cannot be changed, our future still held promise. I was learning that redemption was possible, not just for me, but for all of us. As we navigated this journey together, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. I was determined to create a loving environment for Alex, to show him that despite our struggles, family can endure and heal. If you find yourself in a similar situation, grappling with betrayal and seeking a way forward, know that healing is possible. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to forgive. Reach out to those you love, engage in open conversations, and take the first steps toward rebuilding trust. Your journey may be challenging, but the rewards of love and connection are worth every effort. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today.